Jose Ramirez and Josh Taylor, who are at the Virgin Hotels in Las Vegas, join me now. Guys, thank you so much for coming on the show today. I got to tell you both, Josh, you look like you're in no mood right now. Jose, you look dead serious. And seeing you both here ready to fight is a sight for sore eyes for boxing fans. First, Josh, how are you feeling right now?
Me, I'm nice and relaxed. The lights are a little bit too bright in this room for me, which is probably why I look a bit pissed off. But no, I'm all good. I'm nice and relaxed and ready to go. I can't wait to get in there on Saturday this week. So I'm nice and easy. The weight's good. Everyone's bang on. So yeah, we're nice and relaxed and can't wait for Saturday to go now.
How about you, Jose?
You know, I'm just very excited. You know, this is a dream come true. So I'm living my dream. You know, to fight the best, to be in the biggest boxing fights. I'm living my dream. So I'm definitely enjoying every single moment, and I'm very well prepared for May 22nd.
I mean, I got to tell you, just as a boxing fan, guys, the whole pandemic, everything, how often do two undefeated fighters in their prime at their best weight with action styles who bring it meet? Both undefeated, everything on the line, all the belts on the line. Boy, boxing fans are dying for this one. Josh, I want to start with you about Jose here. Jose knows how to win. But there have been some close fights against tough fighters, Zepeda and Postal. Those were tough, close fights. What is your view of Jose Ramirez as a champion?
I think he's a very good fighter. You know, you don't become undisputed, unified world champion for no reason. You know, he's 26-0. He's fought everyone. He's beat everyone he's fought. You know, so he's a very good fighter. He's very good at what he does. And yeah, I've got a lot of respect for him. But on Saturday, his unbeaten run comes to an end, and I go home back to Scotland with all the belts on Saturday. I know that 100% in my mind. I've got no doubts.
Jose, meantime, Josh fought Regis Prograis, who, you know, whatever you want to say about who fought whom, going into that fight, a lot of guys looked at Prograis and thought, wait a minute, this dude might really be a star. He's got fast twitchies. He's got that star look. And it was a great fight, which Josh legitimately won. What is your sense of Josh as a fighter?
He was a better prepared man than I. You know, he came in better shape. Regis Prograis, he wasn't as active as I am. You know, you might think something about a fighter, but it's completely different once you see him perform. You know, and I'm honored to be facing a guy like Josh Taylor, and you know, I want to face the best Josh Taylor, the best version of him. You know, that's the guy I want to beat on Saturday night, the best version.
And how
of
do you
Josh
beat
Taylor,
him, Jose? How do you beat him?
I'm just try to beat him in every single way. You know, most people forget my amateur background. You know, I became a USA Olympian here in America in the 2011 Olympic trials. Not only was I the best that I came back with the gold medal and got my, you know, shot at the, you know, to go and represent the United States, but I also came back to, you know, to California with the most outstanding male boxer of the tournament. And we had Errol Spence, we had Rashid Warren, we had a lot of great fighters, you know, and I came back with that most outstanding male boxer of the whole tournament because I was able to show my skills. I think it's fighters like Josh Taylor that will bring the best out of me, you know, and I have the rhythm to switch it up, to adapt. You know, I just felt like there's been many fights where I felt like there was no need. You know, I felt like I was on a different level, so there was no need to show too much and just kind of get them out of there. But you know, it's guys like Josh Taylor that's gonna bring the best out of me, and you're gonna see Saturday night my skills on display, and you're gonna see the angles. You're gonna see that I'm not just the aggressive fighter that most people think I am. You know, I'm aggressive, but I'm very smart in the way I put my pressure, and I'm never in front of the fighter. I'm always using angles, small little steps to find my openings.
Josh, I hear Jose, and you hear Jose talking about his kind of more well-rounded game, but he is known as a committed body puncher. And yet when I look at you, I see a guy, talk about the Prograis fight, where the body punching may have been the difference. How do you beat Jose Ramirez?
You'll see on Saturday how I'm going to beat him, but I've absolutely no doubts. I know exactly what he's going to bring on Saturday. He's going to come forward. He's going to try and put me under pressure, try and put me against the ropes, and that's all he's banking on. He only knows one way to fight, which is come forward and put the pressure on, and that's what he's going to do. I know exactly what to expect on Saturday, and I'm more than ready for it. I can beat him on the inside. I can beat him in fighting. I can beat him at boxing. I can outmatch him in every single department. I've only really seen him fight one way in all his fights that I've seen. Albeit he's very good at what he does. He's unified world champion. He's very good at what he does. He's a very good come forward pressure fighter. But it's the only thing he knows to do and knows how to fight. That's the only way he knows how to fight. And he's going to come unstuck on Saturday. I believe he's up against the better opponent. He's up against the guy that's better than him in all departments. But I have to go out there on Saturday and prove it yet, But I fully believe in myself 100% that, I'm winning this fight on Saturday. I've got absolutely no doubts in my mind. And I think it's going to be a great fight, but I think I can knock him out on Saturday.
Jose? Go ahead. The mic is yours.
We will see, everyone has a plan. Everyone visualize the fight going, any way they see it, any way they want to, boost their confidence. But at the end of the day, it's that one night, once he feels my power, he's gonna.
How are you going to beat me? You're relying on your power, your heart, your determination. That's all you've got. That's all you're relying on. I've got heart, power, determination, will, but I've also got the skill. That might be enough. I've also got the boxing brain, and I've got the power to beat you. I'm smarter than you. You're a one-dimensional fighter, mate, and I'm gonna see you on Saturday. You're gonna see on Saturday.
Just keep your chin tucked in.
Don't worry about that. You need to worry about yours more than I do mine.
His chin,
It's gonna be a great fight. I'm looking forward to it.
You showed up very respectfully in this interview and everything, and you're obviously both very confident. But you made it a point to talk about your well-rounded boxing game, to go back to your amateur background and everything. And by the way, yes, I'm here to stir it up, right? Like, that's what we're doing here, right? But you make it a point to go back to your amateur game. The first thing out of Josh's mouth in response to that is, I don't believe you. And by the way, I think a lot of people are looking at you sideways when you talk about your well-rounded game. It's not that you haven't done it in the past as an amateur, but as a pro, you have made a living. When the going gets tough, your character comes out, which is, I'm going to break this dude down to the body. I'm going to have a bigger heart than him. Josh is saying he's got the same heart. We saw that. We've seen it from Josh Taylor, but he also is more multidimensional. Are you arguing that you're going to outbox Josh?
No, what I'm trying to say is I'm going to find a way to win, and if I have to adapt to a different style, or if I have to switch it up and mix it up a little bit, I'll do that. But I'll find a way to win. Again, it's guys like him who bring the best out of me. So, when you go against a fighter like Josh Taylor, who's technical, it makes for a better, cleaner fight where two people could showcase their talents a lot easier and a lot better, and make things more clear than when you fight a guy who's ruggish, a guy who's who's crafty, a guy who throws punches from all different directions. So I'm looking forward to it. All I can say is I'm looking forward to it, and I think I'm very well prepared.
Josh, when you hear Jose say that and you're like, dude, come on, you're one-dimensional. We know how you're going to fight. Are you saying that he's simply incapable of being multidimensional? Or are you saying that when the going gets tough, he's going to revert back to knowing what, to doing what he does?
No, I'm not saying he's incapable. No, he's an Olympian. He's a world champion. So, no, I'm not going to sit here and disrespect him. He's a very good fighter. So I'm not going to say he's incapable. I just believe that he can't resist to try and get stuck in amongst people. And then that's in his nature, and that's his game. And I think that's his makeup, is he can't resist to get in someone's face and try and get tore in amongst them. That's his makeup. I believe that's him to a T. I think that's how you describe Jose Ramirez. But he's very good at what he does.
Jose?
I think, I always dream of being in this moment, facing the best. And as soon as, my last fight, when I went back home and I got to enjoy my family for a little bit, got away from the sport for a little bit, I was, I knew the next guy I wanted was Josh Taylor and go for all the belts and, fight for glory. So since my first day in training camp, since I started working out, I was able to feel something in me that was more motivating than ever. And I was hungry. I'm hungry. I'm very hungry for Saturday night to be victorious. And it's a very historical fight. So it's definitely going to bring something out of us. I'm sure Josh Taylor feels the same way, but it's going to bring something out of us that we still haven't yet shown, And I think it's you'll see one of the best fights in 2021.
Josh, when you say in a way it's a compliment, in a way, when you're like, look, we know this dude's nature. He wants to put his nose in there and fight. And when push comes to shove, that's what he's going to do. I kind of feel that way about you, too. Like, you box and everything, but there's something in you that likes to fight. That's one of the reasons that you're fun to watch. You can see when the going gets tough and it's time to mix it up, you do it. Now, there's an old saying in boxing that if you have two tough guys, you know who the tougher guy is? The smarter guy. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying, is that this is two tough guys, but you're the smarter guy and therefore you're the tougher guy?
I'm just saying I'm the better fighter, that's all I'm saying. And I know for a fact, when it gets tough, I can dig down and keep digging and digging and digging. I've proved it. So I don't need to prove that I'm a tough guy, But if this fight comes, I'm going to come right out in the middle and meet Jose right in the middle. And I'm going to beat him at his own game. And I'm going to push him back and I'm going to knock him out on Saturday.
Jose, are you predicting a knockout? Josh is here saying he's going to knock you out. You think you're going to knock Josh Taylor out if he comes in with that attitude?
Yeah, it's definitely possible. I'm stronger than ever. And I think I got the power
How's
to
the weight?
hurt
How's the weight cut going? You nice and dry?
It's going really good. Easy.
You better get back in that sauna suit and your wee portable sauna and your treadmill. Killing yourself.
Don't worry, don't worry about me.
Do you want a wee drink of water? You're out here in the desert heat.
I'll be just fine.
Get back in your sweatsuit and go and do a run.
I got to tell you, I think that if someone were to ask me a couple years ago, these two guys are heading for this fight, who do you like? I would say Josh Taylor. I think, to be honest, Jose, I would say Jose Ramirez figures out a way to win, but these fights are very tough for him. But then what I noticed over the years with you, over the last several years, is, yeah, they're tough fights, but somehow you always figure out a way to win them. And you could go broke betting against Jose Ramirez, like you would have if you started a couple years ago. You go broke betting against him now. So you mentioned that earlier, figuring out a way to win. Josh mentioned he's a really tough guy. Is that why you're undefeated? Is it your heart or your brains? And I understand you're going to say both, but, like, what's the real reason you're undefeated right now, Jose?
I'm very determined. Very determined to my goals, and I'm a very blessed man, and I feel like I was born for this, I could really say I was born to do what I do.
Any final thoughts? Any final thoughts, Jose?
Just I can't wait. Just make sure everybody, stays tuned and watches the event, May 22nd. It's gonna be one great fight to watch.
Josh, you haven't. I mean, the pandemic's really slowed things up. But you fought what, one round? How many rounds now have you fought in the last year and a half or whatever it is? There's been long stretches of activity, which for a guy who relies more on boxing can sometimes be a disadvantage. What are your thoughts about the activity level for you heading into this fight?
I've had plenty of activity. I've had all the activity I need in the gym. I've had plenty preparation and sparring and training in the gym. That's all you need. I don't believe in ring rust. I've got an abundance of experience over the years of boxing all over the world and fighting in big stages. I don't need to be fighting every just to get out and get a fight. I'm getting all the preparation I need in sparring and in the gym. So I've had great preparation. So I don't believe it's an issue, Max. I don't believe it's an issue at all.
Any final
I'm
thoughts from
I'm
you,
going to be in
Josh?
great shape on Saturday.
Any final thoughts from you?
No, none at all. You know, I'm looking forward to Saturday. I can't wait. I'm in the best shape of my life. I've had a great training camp. Everything's good. And, you know, may the best man win on Saturday. I firmly believe it's myself. I've got absolutely no doubts in my mind, but may the best man win. That's all.
All I can tell you as a boxing fan, forget about someone who works in the business, as a boxing fan, thank the two of you. I cannot wait for this fight. I mean, for boxing fans who've been starved for great matchups, guys in their primes, guys who bring it, put everything on the line to create an undisputed champion, you do not want to miss this one. Josh Taylor, Jose Ramirez. Guys, thanks a million for joining me today.